T&D Sports, an exclusive video broadcast.
Welcome to Islip High School for today's broadcast from T&D Sports of Unified Basketball between the Islip Buccaneers and the Red Raiders from Patchogue, Medford. I'm Charlie Rizzuto, being joined right now by the Curriculum Administrator for Special Education here at Islip High School, Mr. Scott Jackson. Scott, thank you for joining us.
Thank you for having me.
Scott's going to be with us for the introduction of today's game. And Scott, for those people out there that might not know, can you talk to us a little bit about what Unified Basketball is and what Unified Sport is?
Sure. So Unified Basketball is an extension of an initiative from Special Olympics to bring meaningful sport to students of all levels of ability. So this is a pairing of students who have an IEP, students who are classified as special education, paired with their helper partners who are neurotypical students from the district, and they get to participate in real sport against other students from other districts in Section 11 sports.
Great. Can you talk about the social and emotional benefits of students participating in a sport like this, not just for the special education students, but also for the general education students that are involved?
Yeah, absolutely. So a sport like this really lets students shine on a level that they haven't been able to before. The students work in partnerships in bringing about the best in each other, working together as a team. Many of these students have worked just on themselves, whether they're on the neurotypical side or a student who has a disability. They're now getting that team mindset and working together towards one goal, which is really just amazing for all of them.
Yeah, and working in the building, I've seen that as you see the roster for Patchogue Medford on your screen right now. And Scott, the roster for Islip isn't up yet, but you have a daughter on the team. Can you talk on a personal level what this has meant for her?
Yeah, so I have a daughter on the team. This is her first year. I'm talking about a student who's really not all that confident in sport, does participate, but really needs a little bit of growth. It's given her a chance to really shine and build some leadership skills and be a part of something bigger than herself.
And on the screen right now, you see the head coach for Patchogue Medford, Ashley Monzillo. This is our first year coaching Unified Basketball. She's a second-year PE teacher at Patchogue Medford. She also coaches girls middle school soccer, girls JV basketball, and she's an assistant on the varsity badminton team. Mr. Jackson, thank you so much for joining us. I appreciate it, and good luck today.
Thank you.
As you see the roster for Islip on the screen right now, you see Delaney Jackson, who we just talked about with Scott, on your roster. Again, special education students combined with general education students. And now we're going to shift to head coach for Islip, Mr. Jamie Lynch. He's also the head coach of the boys basketball team at the varsity level, and he's the head coach of the boys football program here as well. He's seen a lot of success in both programs. He's also an alumni of Islip High School. So we'll be back from Islip High School right after these messages.
The Islip 8, comprised of 4 Islip High School juniors and 4 Islip High School seniors, is Islip High School's first and only secret society. This group of students work anonymously to spread positivity throughout the school community until they are revealed at graduation their senior year. The Islip 8 is proud to sponsor this evening's unified basketball game between the Patchogue Medford Raiders and the Islip Buccaneers. If you need help getting a cause off the ground, please email the Islip 8 at islip8@islipufsd.org. The Islip 8 reminds you to stay true and be kind. Recognizing that participation in organized sports and sporting events promote physical well-being and provide opportunities to develop healthy competitive attitudes, the Islip Boosters encourage and support Islip student-athletes. Through fundraising events, the Boosters support Islip athletic programs by presenting awards to Islip's winning teams, providing trophies for tournaments, and by encouraging excellence through scholarships. For further information, please call 631-650-8370 or visit the Islip Booster Club website.
We're proud to have Little Angel Center as one of our sponsors for today's game. Little Angel Center is specializing in speech therapy, occupational therapy, physical therapy, early intervention, and much more. If you have any questions, you could reach out to them at 631-363-5794. And our other sponsor, one of our other sponsors for today, is Islip SEPTA. The Islip Special Education PTA, otherwise known as SEPTA, fosters an inclusive and supportive community for all students with disabilities and their families. They promote equity, accessibility, and collaboration among families, educators, and the community to ensure every student can thrive. For more information about Islip SEPTA, you could email them at islipsepta@gmail.com. We want to thank everybody for contributing to today's broadcast and helping to sponsor today's game. All right, as you see the lineups for Patchogue Medford being introduced right now. In Unified Basketball, all students are introduced prior to the game, not just the starters.
Number 42, Thomas Kolskar. Number 14, Iola Kani. Number 11, Annika Loeffler. Number 33, Chris Mejia. Number 23, Dominic Pertiller. Number 3, Mia Powell. Number 50, Joel Rocano Bonilla. Number 13, Mackenzie Search. Number 10, Holly Steers. Number 35, Michael Vidia. Number 44, Matthew Vaiello. Number 40, Nicholas Vaiello. Number 22, Arston Huerta. The Patchogue Medford Raiders. Now the lineup for your Bucks. Number 1, Mickey O'Connell.
Now they're introducing the starting lineup for the Islip Buccaneers.
Number 2, Dominic Albanese. Number 3, Chase Bakowitz. Number 4, Delaney Jackson. Number 5, Ayan Khan. Number 10, Godwin Giacchetti. Number 10, Connor Clifford. Number 11, Owen McManus. Number 12, Aiden Biscari. Number 13, Josue Escobar. Number 14, Alex Ruiz. Number 15, Andrew Rivers. Number 20, Ariana Garcia. Number 23, Donovan Zucchini. Number 24, Al Evans. Number 30, Devon Carter. Number 31, Max Carminio. Number 33, Connor Brennan. Number 41, Carter Mason. And number 45, Max Burns.
All right, so those are the starting lineups for both teams. We're now going to shift into the national anthem.
Protect us at home and abroad with the playing of the Star-Spangled Banner.
Okay, as the starters take the floor, for those of you that have never seen a unified basketball game before, there's a couple of really cool things to pay attention to, right? So obviously we have special education students and general education students teamed up together for the competitions. When you watch the game today, you'll see that a lot of the general education students make sure that they get the rebounds and they pass the ball to the special education students. So you see a student take a shot and miss. When that ball is rebounded, oftentimes it's passed back to that same player so they get a second opportunity at the shot. You'll see the officials interacting with the players in a different way that you would see during a varsity game or a college game or a professional game. Oftentimes you see the officials high-fiving the players on the way up and down the court. And probably my favorite part is it doesn't matter who scores a basket. Everybody in the gym cheers every time a basket is scored. So if this is your first time watching a unified sporting event, sit back, relax, and enjoy the action. I remember my first game watching a unified sporting event. It was unified basketball, and when I left, it was one of the greatest memories that I've had at a sporting event in my career, being an athlete and being a coach. So the opening tip goes to Islip, and they will have the first possession. Josue with the first shot. Kicks it out to L. Evans. All right, this is going to be a turnover. Pat Med ball. L. Evans open at the top of the key. No hesitation to shoot there. Just a little off target. Patchogue Medford looking for a cross-court pass there, just a little bit high. Ball goes back to Islip. During today's broadcast, we're going to have some special guests on, just like in the intro we had Scott Jackson on, who could talk a little bit about the game and the teams and the players as Ion Khan goes to the hoop for a layup. Bucks up 2-0. Pat Med ball. Pass inside. That's number 42 with the basket for Patchogue Medford, Thomas Kolskar. Ion Khan brings it up for the Bucks. Double teamed on the sideline, kicks it up top. Pass inside, kicks it out to L. Evans. It's a good shot by L, just a little off target. The Red Raiders bring it back up court. Ion Khan with the deflected pass and breaks up court. Ion goes in for 2 more. Bucks lead 4-2. Ion Khan with 4 points. I've seen Ion Khan play it a couple of times, right? So far we've seen him with 2 layups. He is not scared to shoot the 3. Let's see if we see Ion pull up for any 3-pointers during today's contest. So as you watch, you see defense is mostly played just by putting your hands up in front of shooters as Patchogue Medford gets another basket. We'll see the replay right here. Thomas Kolskar steps back, 1 dribble to create some space, goes straight up to the hoop, uses the backboard, and puts it in. We have a 4-4 game. Bucks kick the ball out. Josue shoots a 3. Rebound by the Bucks. Inside to L. Evans. Oh, it's a good shot by L, just a little off the mark. Red Raiders coming back up court. Another piece of information to take note in a unified basketball game is that substitutions happen all at the same time every 3 minutes. So there's about 1 minute left in the shift for this group, a little under 1 minute left in the shift for this group, and then we're going to see some substitutions. Ion kicks it up top. Josue from the wing uses the glass and gets 2 more for the Bucks. You'll see on the replay, good ball movement by the Buccaneers. Gets it out to the wing. Josue has space, time, uses the glass, puts it in. The Bucks are up 6-4. As we see substitutions now for both teams. So the teams sub in groups of 5, right? So that first 5 played the first 3 minutes. This next group of 5 will come in and play the next 3 minutes. 9-minute quarters, 4 quarters in the game. Red Raiders inbounding. Red Raiders pull up from the free throw line. That's Anthony Burns, a senior from Pat Med. Alex Ruiz dribbling up court. Inside the Donovan Zucchini hits the rim. Patchogue Medford with the rebound, bringing it up the sideline. Going straight to the hoop. Hits the rim. Red Raiders with the rebound. Second chance opportunity, rims out. Andrew Wimmers with the rebound for Islip. Inside to Donovan Zucchini, rims out. Wimmers taps it out to Donovan. Donovan uses the glass and gets 2 more for the Bucks. Bucks are up 8-4. As you see Donovan sprinting back on defense. Donovan has time and space. Great two-handed shot. I love how the Buccaneers are using the glass as the Red Raiders put one off the rim, kick it back out. Another one off the rim. Patchogue Medford doing a great job shooting, getting shots on the cylinder. Nothing's fallen in the second part of this frame yet, but they're getting good offensive shots nonetheless. Oh, just a little off mark. I couldn't see the number on the shooter there. Another one from the rim another one from the wing off the rim. That was number 30. Nope, my apologies. That was number 33, Connor Brennan. Ayala-Kani taking the last few shots for Patchogue Medford. Donovan Zucchini bringing the ball back to the official before the inbounds. Patchogue Medford gets the ball inside. Number 14, Ayala-Kani with another shot. They kick it out, using the glass, a little off the mark. Wimmers with the rebound for the Bucks. Wimmers gets it inside to Alex Ruiz. Alex dribbles out to the wing, finds some space, off the glass, off the rim. Rebound by the Red Raiders, coming back the other way. Rims out for the Raiders. Donovan Zucchini on the fast break. Just him in the hoop. Oh, just off the mark. Rebound, Patchogue Medford coming back the other way. Number 21, TJ Erlin bringing it up the court for Pat Med. Pulls up, takes a shot. Second chance opportunity off the back of the rim. Alex Ruiz with the rebound. Alex goes to the hoop, gets underneath the defender, backs out to get some space, and gets 2 for the Bucks right at the buzzer before the next substitution. Alex Ruiz puts the Bucks up 10-4, as you see on the replay. I love how Alex dribbled underneath the defender and then had the awareness to back out away from the rim, so he had more space to get his shot off. Right, puts it on the cylinder, shooter's touch there, gets the roll. As you see, he gets his high five there from his assistant coaches, Allison Rindos, Rebecca Bosarini on the sideline as well. Pat Med's going to inbound here, so we're in the last shift for the first quarter, right? So we get another sub, 5 new players on for each team. At the beginning of the second quarter, I'm going to be joined by Islip Athletic Director John Sparacio, who's going to talk not only about unified basketball and getting a program like this one off the ground, but also about unified physical education, right, which is growing not only on Long Island but across New York State. Similar concept to unified sports, where you have general education students and special education students sharing the same space, right, competing together on the sports side, learning together on the PE side, for sure. Ooh, there's the first three-pointer of the game by Godwin Ojiketti. Pat Med goes inside. Oh, rims out. That's number 32, Riley Hernandez with the basket. Godwin Ojiketti kicks it outside the Max Burns. Back to Godwin, another 3 from Godwin. Pat Med keeps it in, so we got continuous play here with 2 minutes to go in the first quarter. Oh, that's number 32 out ahead. Riley Hernandez puts another one in. We got the replay. Riley Hernandez runs out ahead of everybody on the fast break, gets the pass. First shot doesn't go for him. Follows, gets the second one to go. It's 10-8 Bucks. Riley playing some really strong defense right now. Active hands. Godwin Ojiketti going to the basket. Off of his instructions by Coach Lynch. Just off the mark. Godwin goes for the quick steal. Pat Med retains possession. Pat Med throws it inside. It's a turnover. Number 50 turns, rises, takes the shot just a little off the mark. The Bucks are out quick. No numbers, but they're still pushing the pace. Pass inside the Max Burns. Oh, loose ball. Max gets it back. Puts up the shot, just rims out. Patrick Medford coming back on the break. Number 50, Joel Bonilla on the shot. Rebound, Pat Med. Riley Hernandez with the shot, just off the mark. Islip with the rebound, 40 seconds to go in the quarter. Godwin Ojiketti come down the backside. They find him. Oh, Godwin off the back rim. Riley Hernandez brings it up for Pat Med down that left side. He seems to like this spot. Works underneath Godwin Ojiketti. Off the rim, gets his own rebound. Goes right up with it off the side of the backboard. Pat Med gets the rebound off the front rim. Islip takes possession. Number 50, Joel Bonilla on that last shot. Godwin to the rack. And he gets it to go. That's a great take. Good awareness there by Godwin Ojiketti. Recognizes he has the space and the time to get to the basket. At the end of the first quarter, as you see Godwin go to the hoop right there, protects the ball on his way up, uses the glass, gets it to go. Islip up 12-8. We'll be back right after this.
The Islip 8, comprised of 4 Islip High School juniors and 4 Islip High School seniors, is Islip High School's first and only secret society. This group of students work anonymously to spread positivity throughout the school community until they are revealed at graduation their senior year. The Islip 8 is proud to sponsor this evening's unified basketball game between the Patchogue Medford Raiders and the Islip Buccaneers. If you need help getting a cause off the ground, please email the Islip 8 at islip8@islipufsd.org. The Islip 8 reminds you to stay true and be kind. Recognizing that participation in organized sports and sporting events promote physical well-being and provide opportunities to develop healthy competitive attitudes, the Islip Boosters encourage and support Islip student athletes. Through fundraising events, the Boosters support Islip athletic programs by presenting awards to Islip's winning teams, providing trophies for tournaments, and by encouraging excellence through scholarships. For further information, please call 631-650-8370 or visit the Islip Booster Club website.
The Islip Special Education PTA, otherwise known as SEPTA, fosters an inclusive and supportive community for all students with disabilities and their families. They promote equity, accessibility, and collaboration among families, educators, and the community to ensure every student can thrive. For more information on the Islip Special Education Parent Teachers Association, otherwise known as SEPTA, or to find ways to get involved, please email islipsepta@gmail.com. We thank SEPTA for helping put on this broadcast. Little Angel Center, pediatric and adult therapy services, specializing in speech therapy, occupational therapy, physical therapy, early intervention, and more, has the needs that your family might require. If you have any questions, please call 631-363-5794. All right, this is Charlie Rizzuto back at Islip High School. I'm joined with John Sparacio, the athletic director here at Islip. And John, do us a favor, so we're watching the first quarter, right? This is a great event, but unified sports, unified basketball isn't the only unified thing that a school can have. Unified physical education is something that we have here at Islip. Talk to us a little bit about that.
Yeah, Unified Phys Ed, we started that last year with our first section, and it's bringing together students in the general ed population with students in our a special class population. And we were trying to put a spin-off of our unified sports program, kind of get it into the phys ed classes, and try to breed our programs from there. So with our unified bowling and unified basketball now we have the unified physical education program going. It's been a real success, and we really feel the students are really benefiting, on both sides of the ball.
Yeah, as we see two baskets there, one for Pat Med from Chris Colin and one from Islip by Max Carminio. So, John, talk to me a little bit about how you would get something like this off the ground, right? Like if there's people from other school districts that are watching, how do you get Unified Sports, Unified PE up and running in your school?
Yeah, absolutely. Well, it takes quite a few people to get this going. And number one, Dr. O'Callahan, our assistant superintendent for PPS, also Scott Jackson, the assistant to special education, Melissa Horn, Rebecca Boscarino, Patty Whitehouse, Allison Rindos, the teachers. It really does take an army to get this going because you need a lot of people to be involved to really make it all work and make it work successfully. So I thank each and every one of them because without them we probably wouldn't have the program that we have right now. A lot of communication, approval from your superintendent, your guidance director, your teachers. Everybody has to buy into it to really make the program work. And here at Islip, they're doing a phenomenal job of really not just buying into the program, but making the program grow. Next year, we're going to be starting a unified PE program at our middle school, and we really can't wait to see what that's going to look like and how that's going to go.
That's awesome. So it really does take a village, right? Like the old cliche.
Absolutely.
So as you
absolutely
see,
does.
Ariana Garcia there with the great steal on the defensive side for the Bucks, brings it back down, gets a couple of shots off. So, John, from your perspective as the athletic director, right, we have unified bowling, unified basketball here at Islip. Now we have unified physical education, right? You might not interact with the students in the same way some of the people that you just mentioned might interact with them, but from your seat, so what have you seen in terms of growth and just the enjoyment of the kids that are participating in these activities?
Yeah, I think, I like to say, I was talking with our superintendent at last game, and I was just saying how pure this game is. It's just truly enjoyable to watch. The kids, it just really brings joy to your heart, and that's what it's all about. It's just it's so genuine and authentic, and to watch the smiles on the kids' faces when they score, or when they're trying to create some defense or some offense for one of the other players on the team, and to see them raise their hands and jump for joy and give each other high fives. There's really no better feeling. It's to me, it's what sports should be.
Yeah.
It really is nice. The sportsmanship is just unreal, and I love it.
Yeah, 100%. During the intro, we actually brought up, I love the fact that you used the word pure, right? You see the officials high-fiving kids behind us in the bleachers. It doesn't matter what school you're a part of. When somebody scores, everybody cheers, right? So it really is athletics in the most purest form, right?
Absolutely.
Yeah. All right, so John, listen, I appreciate you joining us, right? Thank you so much for sharing some of your wisdom as the athletic director here at Islip. Enjoy the rest of the game.
Absolutely. Thank you, Charlie. I'm going to head back to the sideline. Thank you.
All right, thanks, my man. All right, so there's a basket for the Red Raiders, number 40, Nicholas Vallejo, as we see the replay. Oh, I apologize. That wasn't number 40. That was number 25. Give me a second to find his name. Number 25, Chris Barrow, sophomore for Patchogue Medford with the basket there. Islip leads 14-12. We're 3 minutes into the second quarter. Which means we have our first substitution for the second quarter. So it looks like for Islip we are at that first group. So the first group that started the game is back up for the Bucks. And looks like we have a mixture of maybe the first two groups out on the court right now for the Red Raiders. There's one of those three-point attempts that I referenced earlier in the broadcast by Ayan Khan. He loves those shots. Just waiting for him to put one up. That one almost fell for him, just a little bit off the mark. As you watch the game, one of the things that you'll notice, right, obviously the general education students are here to support and interact with the special education students. Their primary responsibilities are rebounding and getting the ball to the special education students, right? This is their time to shine. Unified Sports is about everybody involved, but the general education students, the partners, do a really nice job of supporting the special education students on the court. As you see, number 32 take two shots from the top of, almost the top of the key, the free throw line. Here comes L. Evans bringing the ball up the court for the Bucks. All right, L has his eyes up. He finds Ayan Khan, who kicks it out to the wing for a shot that's just a little bit off the mark. Josue Escobar on that shot for the Bucks. Ayan Khan goes up hard for that rebound. Gets it. Fast break. 3-on-1. Ayan wants to push the pace. with a layup. And he sprints back on defense. Ion Khan bringing the ball up the sideline. Right hand off the glass. Right, so there's Ion playing fast up the court, but when he gets around the rim, he has the composure and the patience. Soft touch off the glass to make sure that it counts for 2 points for the Bucks. Islip with a defensive stop. Here comes Ion again, looking back for a trailer. He finds his buddy, number 13, Josue Escobar. Ooh, off the back of the rim. Those of you listening and watching at home, I don't know if you could hear all the encouragement for these students from both sidelines and from the people in the bleachers, regardless of what town, community, and school they're affiliated with. Oh, that's a nice touch. Number 33, Chris Mejia, my apologies, with the basket. L. Evans with a little crossover, goes right to the basket. Again, nice touch off the glass, hits the side rim. Patrick Medford brings the ball back up the court. Number 23, Dominic Patilar, doing a lot of the rebounding for the Red Raiders. Rebound by the Bucks. Josue Escobar with the layup. Spins around the rim and drops for Josue. As you see on the replay, it's just him in the hoop. Again, good composure. Goes up with his right off the glass. Spins it around, gets it to fall. 18-14, Islip in the lead. Before that basket by Patrick Medford. It's now 18-16, Bucks in the lead. As we see the replay here. I love the pass inside and the pivot off the left foot and then right up to the basket. No hesitation there. Not allowing the defense to collapse or anybody to get into the shooter's face with their hands up to disrupt the shot. That's great awareness there inside the key by the Red Raiders. All right, this is our last substitution for the second quarter. 3 minutes to go in the half. Islip leads 18-16. You can hear the communication on the courtside microphones. Looks like the Bucks put two inside. Donovan Zucchini and Alex Ruiz go inside. Pass to Alex off the front rim. Rebound by Patrick Medford. Donovan Zucchini working hard to get back on defense. Oh, that's a great fadeaway jumper by Thomas Kolsar off the glass. Leans away from Donovan, creates some space, uses the glass. Donovan inside, high off the glass, Wimmers with the rebound. Kicks it out off the front rim. Alex Ruiz chases it down and pulls it out for the Bucks. Just to note, there's no shot clock in unified basketball. But as you can see from watching almost the first half, the pace is fast. Oh, there's two for Connor Brennan. He gets a high five from Coach Lynch on his way up the court. Connor Brennan gets the ball on the wing. Nice high release. Hits a little bit of rim, but mostly net. Great shot by Connor. Connor gets the rebound. Islip comes back down the other way. Donovan Zucchini out ahead of the play. Alex Ruiz from just inside the foul line. Front rim. Oh. Whistle. Patrick Medford ball. Another thing to note, you notice the continuous play. Right, there was a call there. I wasn't sure exactly what the call was, but it doesn't matter. Some sort of violation with the loose ball. Patrick Medford picks it up and they go right away. It's a great save on the end line. Patrick Medford brings the ball up. Nice save by the Red Raiders. 49 seconds to go in the quarter. Ooh, that one rims out. with a loose ball. Andrew Wimmers picks it up. He's got Donovan out ahead. Donovan slows down, uses the box on the glass. 2 more points for the Bucks. Donovan is a hustler if he's nothing else. He gets out ahead of the play, slows down. You can see Scott Jackson in the background telling him to slow down a little bit. Donovan with the poise, uses the glass, puts the ball in the hoop. Bucks up 22-18. 10 seconds to go in the half. Andrew Wimmers finds Connor Brennan off the back rim. Alex Ruiz on the inside at the buzzer. Oh, just off the mark. So that's the end of the first half. Islip leads 22-18. We'll be back right after this.
The Islip 8, comprised of 4 Islip High School juniors and 4 Islip High School seniors, is Islip High School's first and only secret society. This group of students work anonymously to spread positivity throughout the school community until they are revealed at graduation their senior year. The Islip 8 is proud to sponsor this evening's unified basketball game between the Patchogue Medford Raiders and the Islip Buccaneers. If you need help getting a cause off the ground, please email the Islip 8 at islip8@islipufsd.org. The Islip 8 reminds you to stay true and be kind. Recognizing that participation in organized sports and sporting events promote physical well-being and provide opportunities to develop healthy competitive attitudes, the Islip Boosters encourage and support Islip student-athletes. Through fundraising events, the Boosters support Islip athletic programs by presenting awards to Islip's winning teams, providing trophies for tournaments, and by encouraging excellence through scholarships. For further information, please call 631-650-8370 or visit the Islip Booster Club website.
All right, and we're back. Again, this broadcast is brought to you by many sponsors. One of them is the Little Angel Center, pediatric and adult therapy services specializing in speech therapy, occupational therapy, physical therapy, early intervention, and more. If you have any questions, you can call them at 631-363-5794. This broadcast is also brought to you by SEPTA. The Islip Special Education PTA, otherwise known as SEPTA, fosters an inclusive and supportive community for all students with disabilities and their families. They promote equity, accessibility, and collaboration among families, educators, and the community to ensure every student can thrive. For more information on the Islip Special Education Parent Teachers Association, otherwise known as SEPTA, or to find ways to get involved, you could email islipsepta@gmail.com. We thank SEPTA, Little Angels, the Booster Club, and the Islip 8 for helping put on today's broadcast. As we start the second half, I am joined by Ashley Manzillo, first-year head coach of the unified basketball team for the Patchogue Medford Red Raiders. So, Ashley, first of all, thank you for joining me. I really appreciate you taking some time off of the sideline to share some information about unified basketball with everybody watching.
Absolutely, it's my pleasure. I'm super excited to be here and to see this effort for our student-athletes. It is absolutely amazing.
So feel free as the action is going on, right? You got a lot of your kids on the court, right? You could call a play here and there if one of them gets a basket or makes a nice defensive play. But talk to us a little bit about, like at the beginning of the broadcast, I read how you coach other sports, right? Varsity and JV level. You're a second-year PE teacher. Mm-hmm. But talk about like the structure of a unified sport as in comparison to some other varsity sports. What does practice look like? You know, how do you prepare for a game like today? Things of that nature.
Sure. So something that we try and focus on are our foundational skills. So, for example, shooting has been really key for us. Just making sure that our athletes understand either force or the strength that they have, because some of them are so incredibly strong. So those foundational skills of understanding using the backboard, some rotation on your arc of your type of shot. Yes, Chris, let's go.
It's Chris Colin, right?
Yes, that is.
Right.
He is a bucket getter for sure this season, so we're super impressed with him. He's been working on his dribbling. That's another foundational skill as well. So our practices are really formed around, making sure that our skills are okay and ready to go for our games.
Very cool. You see Dominic Albanese with the ball on the wing there and his blue headband working his way to the basket. Donovan's going to put one up.
Oh, boy. Ailashani with her hands up.
Godwin Ojiketti almost with the rebound. Patrick Medford gets it and they bring it back up the court. So aside from those foundational skills, right? So what does the structure of a practice look like?
Absolutely. So our practices, when we first get into the gym, everyone has so much energy. The vibes are so positive amongst all of our athletes. So what we actually like to do is kind of let them have a free shoot. That way they get to explore all their skills and just kind of enjoying themselves to start out. From there, we'll get, again, into those foundational skills, and we'll do either 1 to 2 activities depending on what we are trying to work on that day. So, again, for shooting, we just try and split them up with our helpers, going with the rest of our athletes and just trying to get it done.
Yeah, as you see, Godwin Ojiketti, again, finds space. Nice high arc on his release. I enjoy that. So I coached, college and varsity sports in my career. And, any coaching community, is that Chris again? Chris Colin with 2 more points.
Bucket getter.
Yeah, well, you said that before as you watch Chris on the replay. So talk to us a little bit about the coaching community in terms of unified sports. What is that like? How tight-knit is that, and how often do you communicate with other unified coaches?
Sure. So our community is super tight-knit. What's great is that we're all there for each other, and we very much have a good understanding amongst each other of the goals of the program, which is to get kids involved as much as we possibly can. We're all, again, like I said, very tight-knit and are constantly in communication with each other to just help the betterment of the program and, in essence, just to really help the kids out.
Coach, thank you so much. Ashley, I'm going to let you get back to the sideline.
Sounds great.
Thank you for sharing your words of wisdom.
Absolutely. Thanks for having me.
Of course. As we see another bucket there by the Red Raiders. I believe that was number 14, Aya Lakhani with the hoop.
Thank you.
All right, so we have our first substitution of the third quarter. Again, every 3 minutes, the teams go through their substitutions. I don't know, it's probably going to be difficult. I don't know if one of our cameras can pan out at any point just to get a little bit of the crowd, but there's a great crowd behind us. And when you talk about like community and the fabric of a community and the DNA of a community, this is one of those events. Unified sports is one of those things that could really bring a community together. We have great representation from both schools behind us in the bleachers. As I turn behind me, I see and you can see them on your screen right now. That's the Islip varsity girls lacrosse team, right, getting ready for their playoff game. In a couple of days, they just finished up practice, and they don't go home, they don't go get something to eat. They come inside to the unified basketball game to support their classmates, support their school, and support their community. So, we thank everybody for attending today's game. Maybe a special shout out to the girls varsity lacrosse team for coming in after practice, and good luck in your playoff game, I think on Thursday, as the Red Raiders bring the ball back up the court. Pass inside off the side rim. So John Sprasio, our athletic director, earlier in the broadcast talked about the purity of this, right? So there you see Islip get the rebound, right? Connor Clifford gets the rebound, and he hands it to a Patchogue Medford player so he can get his second chance opportunity on the shot, which is great to see, right? That's what unified sports is all about. Mickey O'Connell off the back rim. Patchogue Medford, I believe, with their first lead of the game right now, 28-26. And they get another basket. That's number 32, Riley Hernandez with the finish. I think Riley has 2 baskets in a row, 4 straight points for Riley. Delaney Jackson brings it up court. Finds number 31, Max Carminio, off his hands. But again, continuous play, right? Islip gets the ball, brings it right in, gives it right back to Max. Off the back rim, Islip getting back on defense. Patchogue Medford picking up the pace of play right now a little bit. Pat Med looking for room. Oh, they find the backside. Just off the mark. That was Riley Hernandez again. From his spot. That looks like number 40 on the basket. Nicholas Vallejo. Ariana Rodriguez finds Max Carminio for 2.
Max Carminio.
Patchogue Medford leads 32-28. Ariana Garcia with the steal. Immediately pushes the pace, trying to generate some transition for the Bucks. Loose ball picked up by Pat Med. 3:30 to go, 30 seconds away from another wholesale substitution for both teams. Oh, that's a great pass inside. Kick it out, change sides, throw it inside. Oh, off the back rim. That buzzer means we're going to have another substitution. Momentarily, at the end of this quarter, beginning of the fourth quarter, I'm probably going to be joined by the athletic director from Patchogue Medford. And depending on time, right, we're hoping to be joined by Coach Lynch of the Islip Bucks and maybe some other special guests as well. I hope you could tell from our courtside microphone the buzz that's in the gym right now. Ion Khan for three. First one back on defense. Ion not afraid to spot up for three. Rattles that one down. Islip 1 point behind Patchogue Medford, 32-31. Push the pace up to Ion. Ion not only is a good shooter and a good basketball player, but he's very unselfish. He had a clear path to the basket, but he kicks it outside to Josue Escobar. Pat Med comes down on offense. Number 50, Joel Bonilla hits the back of the rim. Ion Khan on the fast break. Oh, just off the front of the rim. Frantic pace here at the end of the third quarter. Chase Backwoods with the rebound, goes up to Ion Khan. Too strong off the glass. Patchogue Medford slows it down just momentarily. Ion with the hustle, keeps the ball in bounds. Max picks it up. Quick inbound. L. Evans works to get open. Dribbles to his right. L playing with his head up and his eyes up, which I love to see, right? Surveying the court, looking to see what teammates might be open or what space he might have to attack. Ooh, Josue off the glass, a little strong. 32-31 Pat Med, 2:40 to go in the third quarter as they get set up on offense. Ion Khan pressuring the ball, active hands, gets a steal. Just him in the hoop. And he gets two. Islip takes the lead, 33-32. Ion Khan with the steal and the finish. Chase Backwoods with the rebounds. Ion Khan for three. It's a turnover, that'll be Pat Med ball. .25 seconds to go in the third quarter. Josue Escobar gets the steal. 3-on-1 for the Bucks. Josue gonna take it himself. Nice composure, nice patience. Uses the glass with 5 seconds to go in the quarter. As you see on the replay, Patchogue Medford not gonna contest that shot. Josue nice and calm off the glass. So at the end of 3 quarters, it is Islip 35, Patchogue Medford 32.
The Islip 8, comprised of 4 Islip High School juniors and 4 Islip High School seniors, is Islip High School's first and only secret society. This group of students work anonymously to spread positivity throughout the school community until they are revealed at graduation their senior year. The Islip 8 is proud to sponsor this evening's unified basketball game between the Patchogue Medford Raiders and the Islip Buccaneers. If you need help getting a cause off the ground, please email the Islip 8 at islip8@islipufsd.org. The Islip 8 reminds you to stay true and be kind. Recognizing that participation in organized sports and sporting events promote physical well-being and provide opportunities to develop healthy competitive attitudes, the Islip Boosters encourage and support Islip student athletes. Through fundraising events, the Boosters support Islip athletic programs by presenting awards to Islip's winning teams, providing trophies for tournaments, and by encouraging excellence through scholarships. For further information, please call 631-650-8370 or visit the Islip Booster Club website.
Welcome back to Islip High School for Unified Basketball. Little Angel Center, pediatric and adult therapy services specializing in speech therapy, occupational therapy, physical therapy, early intervention, and more. If you have any questions, please give them a call at 631-363-5794. We are also sponsored today by Islip SEPTA. The Islip Special Education PTA, otherwise known as SEPTA, fosters an inclusive and supportive community for all students with disabilities and their families. They promote equity, accessibility, and collaboration among families, educators, and the community to ensure every student can thrive. If you have any questions or you want to find out ways to get involved, please email islipsepta@gmail.com. I'm joined right now for the beginning of the fourth quarter by Patchogue Medford Athletic Director Anthony Krakow. First of all, Mr. Krakow, thank you for joining us. I appreciate you taking the time.
No problem. Thank you for having me.
So I'm going to ask you similar questions to what I asked our athletic director here at Islip, Mr. Sprasio, as the fourth quarter gets going right here with Patchogue Medford with the ball. So talk to us a little bit about the benefits of unified sports and the impact that it has not only on the students but the greater school community.
Absolutely. I think it's one of the most special things we do in athletics. We've seen a tremendous growth in community involvement and a sense of belonging by all of our students. This year, for the first time, we actually implemented piloted a unified program within our phys ed department. So we're offering it throughout the school year. One section, it's been a tremendous success both for our athletes and our partners, both classes. So we've actually grown it, and we're going to offer 4 sections next year at the high school. Oh,
that's tremendous. As you see on the replay there, Connor Brennan with another basket gets a big high five from Coach Jamie Lynch. So we just started recently Unified PE here at Islip, right? And as an administrator here, I'm an assistant principal here in the high school. I was super excited when we offered that, right? So I was a health and physical education teacher before becoming an administrator, and Unified PE is something I believe strongly in. So for any people out there that might be part of a school community or might be a teacher or an administrator in their own school, talk to us a little bit about how you might get a unified sport or unified physical education off the ground.
Sure. So the first thing that we did when we were looking at the program is contact Special Olympics New York, who are a tremendous support. They actually they offer a curriculum that is pretty thorough on establishing a class. They have the foundations of most of the units. So then we went through and with the gen ed teacher who's teaching it from a phys ed perspective and the phys ed teacher with a special ed background, and we honed in on the curriculum a little bit. Also reached out to some districts upstate that had the program for several years, and they were a great resource kind of in providing us what worked, what didn't work, and some things that they've done to grow interest and to really get the school behind the program.
That's awesome. Yeah, Alex Ruiz with the last basket. My friend Allison Relier is a teacher at Guilderland upstate. I don't know if that's one of the schools you reached out to, but she's famous for unified sports and unified PE.
Actually, that it's funny that you say that. That a couple of years ago at the State AFERD conference, I had the ability to actually listen to her talk about what they've been doing up there, and she was one of the driving forces behind me bringing it back. And obviously I had the same background as you. I was a health and phys ed teacher. I taught adapted phys ed for many years. Didn't know about unified phys ed, and that was an eye-opening presentation, and it just sounded like something that was very much fit for us as a district who prides ourselves on inclusion and making everybody feel a part of things.
Awesome. So for Pat Med, TJ Erline with the last basket, and then for Islip, Alex Ruiz gets that last hoop. As you see on the replay again, Alex has space, recognizes that he has space, goes right up, uses the glass, and puts it in at the substitution buzzer. So we got new groups coming on for both Islip and Patchogue Medford. Mr. Kracko, thank you so much for joining us and sharing some of your wisdom. Get back out there and enjoy the rest of the game. All right, so our score is 41-36 right now. Islip in the lead as we're at the 6-minute substitution. And as you hear Mr. Kracko talk right there, I was, reminded of some of the things that Mr. Sparacio shared when you talk about the purity of unified sports, unified basketball, unified bowling, but also unified physical education, right? And you really get to the purpose of interactions and relationship building and things of that nature. And I'm also constantly reminded as I sit here, right, this is a very unique spot for me to sit in. Working at Islip, I've been at these games before, but I'm right in between the action and the crowd, which is a place that I very rarely sit, and just hearing and feeling the excitement from the community members behind me as they cheer on these varsity athletes is really cool to hear and feel, and really exciting, and it's great to be a part of it. As you see, Godwin Ojikedi with the rebound, steps back, not afraid to pull up, and he drains the shot. Godwin gets his own rebound, steps back, foot on the line, so that's probably just going to count for 2, but it's another basket for Godwin. We're going to have one more special guest today, Superintendent of Islip Public Schools, Dr. Dennis O'Hara, who will join us for the last 2 minutes of the game. Godwin Ojikedi, again, another unselfish player, goes inside the Max Burns, rims out. Patchogue Medford with the rebound, down by 6 with 5 minutes to go, 5:10 to go in the fourth quarter. Coach called Chris a bucket getter as he works for space inside. Goes up. Oh, almost had 2 more. Patchogue Medford with the rebound. Rims out. I couldn't see who the shooter was there. Blocked by the referee, but Patchogue Medford gets the rebound back inside, off the front rim. Rebound to the Bucks, and they push the pace back the other way. Number 11, Owen McManus, kicks it out to number 2, Dominique Albanese. Oh, off the back rim. Ball out of bounds. It's going to go to Patchogue Medford. Chris Colon bringing it up for the Red Raiders. Let's see if he chooses to go right to the hoop here. He does, but then he finds an open teammate inside. That's number 14, Ayala Kinney. She kicks it out to number 44, who just puts it off the side rim. The Buccaneers coming back down. That's number 44, Matthew Vallejo, on that last shot. Godwin Ojikedi with the hustle. Comes up limping a little bit, but I know Godwin, he's a tough kid. He's going to stay in. Ooh, Godwin with the strong right hand, uses the glass, as a lot of the players have been doing today. A little too strong. Godwin goes inside the Max Burns. Good defense there by Patchogue Medford. Max gets the loose ball, uses the glass off the front rim. Godwin Ojikedi with the rebound, goes right back to Max. Oh, 2 bounces off the back rim, doesn't fall. Another rebound for the Bucks. Get it back to Max. Back rim, Godwin Ojikedi. No, side rim, Pat Med ball. 3:15 to go in the fourth quarter. Good look inside to Ayala Kenny. She chases down the rebound. Gets it inside. Foot on the line, that's a 2. That's a good shot. As we get to the last substitution of the game, last substitution for the fourth quarter, Islip Buccaneers lead 42-36. I'm now lucky enough to be joined by Islip School District Superintendent Dr. Dennis O'Hara, who's going to be our last guest for this broadcast. So, Dr. O'Hara, from your seat, from your perspective, right, obviously you're very ingrained in the community. You get out in the community a lot. You're in all the schools. You've been to these unified games here before, I know, because I've seen you here. So talk to us a little bit about, like, the power behind unified athletics and what it does for the students, right, both general education and special education, and this great crowd that we have behind us today and the fabric of a community.
It's really difficult to quantify It's so heartwarming to watch these students, the sportsmanship, the lessons the students are learning. Just to give you an example, the last game our team played, we lost a really tough one by 1 point, and our student athletes were really upset about the loss. They took it to heart, and I think that feeling stuck with them, and you could see it on the court today. Everybody's really focused, and they really want to get a victory today. It's just unbelievable the togetherness that this brings, and watching over the last couple of years, seeing the skills improve of the students is fantastic. And it's just an overall win, you know. And this is an incredible community effort also. Our PTA supports us, SEPTA, our coaches, our athletic director, John Sparacio, our assistant superintendent for PPS, Cato Callahan, Scott Jackson, our administrator for PPS, Patty Whitehouse, Jamie Lynch, our coaches, and of course, it can't work without Melissa Horn, our special class teacher, and our 2 teaching assistants, Allison Rindos and Rebecca Buscarino. It just brings everybody together, and it's so heartwarming, truly.
Yeah, so you are kind of echoing some of the sentiments expressed by some of the other people we had. Mr. Sparacio spoke about those same individuals. As you see, number 14, Thomas Kulsar for Patrick Medford with the last 2 buckets. One of the words that Mr. Sparacio used when he was on was just pure, right? The purity of something like this. And I think that, you know, from your seat, from your perspective, there's Thomas with 2 more, number 42, Thomas Kulsar with 6 straight points for the Red Raiders. But as a superintendent, somebody that sits in your seat, right, that's one of the reasons why you get into education, right? The purity of the interactions between students, between teachers and students, coaches and students, whatever the relationships might be, it's just genuine and it's authentic and it's really the way it's supposed to be, right?
Yeah, you know, you enter this field because you want to make a difference. And I think the truth is these students today and through the season, they're making more of a difference for me than I could have made for them. It's just a terrific experience for all the spectators on top of what it's doing for all the athletes.
I think that's a great way to end this interview. Dr. O'Hara, thank you so much for joining us.
Pleasure to be with you.
We got about 53 seconds to go in the game here. You could stay here. You could call some of the action with me if you would like, or you could go find a different seat in the house.
I'll sit with you. It'd be my pleasure.
Ion Khan drives right-handed, gets 2 more for the Bucks. We got 45 seconds left. Tie game, 44-44. I know you could hear the crowd behind us. Ariana Garcia boxing out inside, playing strong defense. Ion Khan with active hands. We got 32 seconds to go in the game. Thomas Kulsar trying to back down Ion. Strong defense there, 29.7 to go. Tie game, 44-44. Patrick Medford about to inbound. And this is kind of to your point earlier, right, how much these kids care about this game. Right, it's all about the relationships that they build, but they really want to win. Thomas Kulsar with another shot off the back of the rim. Patrick Medford with the rebound. That goes off the back of the rim. 14 seconds to go. 10 seconds to go. Kulsar misses strong. Islip with the rebound. Ion Khan with 3 seconds. He's on the fast break. 2, 1 at the buzzer. Oh! Off the front rim. 44-44. I am not an expert in unified sports, but I'm pretty sure all games end in a tie. There will be no overtime. A round of applause for all the athletes, from everybody involved. The crowd going crazy behind us. Both benches up, all the coaches up. That was a lot of fun. Really, really heartwarming to watch a game like this one. T&D Sports Productions taking some time to come out and highlight, you know, unified varsity sports, right? Not just, you know, the boys lacrosse, girls lacrosse, flag football that's typically going on in the spring, but taking the time to come out and broadcast a unified basketball game. So we want to thank everybody for joining us today. This link will live live on YouTube. Watch it with your friends, watch it with your family. Send it out to as many people as possible. This is sport and competition in its purest form. We want to thank all of our sponsors for sponsoring today's broadcast. It wouldn't be possible without you. And again, thank you to everybody watching. For T&D Sports Productions, This is Charlie Rizzuto signing off.